All right, 18 Honda Accord, front brakes. That's how you do front brakes. Lift the car up, get a jack and jack stands. I'm quadded up here because Harbor Freight, Pittsburgh stuff, just in case something fails. No, I didn't knock my tabs in, because what if I want that piece of metal out of there? Anyway, get your lug nuts off. They're 19s. Look up your jack points. Put them on that little nub right there. Safety first. Get your wheel off. 19 millimeter. You can take this bolt off if it's got it. It might have two. This one only has one. Usually you need an impact for that. I get the rotor box. I put all my stuff in the box. All right, next would be the slide pins. These are 14s. Take these out, put them in the box. Get a pry bar or screwdriver. You're replacing your rotor, so you don't really care about scratching anything, but you want to do this, collapse the rotor a little bit. You're jamming in here, just pulling it a little bit just to collapse it. You take it off, make sure everything's okay, no leaks or anything. You'd see brake fluid in there if it was leaking. Check your slides. This guy's got good slides. Pop off your brake pads. Nice and loose in here. I'm gonna take these off, 17s, I think. Using a swivel. Stay out of the way. Don't let that thing fly off. Hit you in the face. Take your bracket off. Take off your shims, because you're gonna have new ones. You wanna clean up the area. Man, these are really clean. Could take like a wire wheel to this stuff. Just get the grit out of the corners for the new stuff. This one's really clean. Like I said, yeah, there's like no resistance in there. They're probably really good. Take your rotor off. Yeah, look, somebody cleaned this up really good. Put these on. All my videos, I don't normally show the work. People always comment on it. Haven't made any videos in a while. Family life. Had another kid 2 years ago and just stopped doing it. But here we are, showing the work. It's basically almost a one-handed brake job here. So match up your holes for the screws. Those are the ones the screws go in, not that one. Match up the hole. I'll spray this off a brake clean later because I put my hand on it. Some Milwaukee stuff makes it easy for one-handed jobs. I'm an expert, but start this stuff by hand. That's all that needs. Just a little tap. And you're gonna put your bracket back on, big bolts in there. Start them by hand. I won't zing it with the ratchet. See, this is why I don't like doing it. The video, it's all shaky and stuff. Give it a good. That's a good hit. Good hit. I don't really care what you guys say, that's tight. These are all on. Didn't shake off with the impact, and then we're gonna put on our new brake pads. Maybe another important thing, when I took these off, you look at them and make sure what's what. Like that's the inside because it's got the ring, but it's also got the screamer on there. That goes on the inside. So I'm gonna set the camera down and lube these up, and then I'll show you what they look like. Start out with this much. And just put them around the edges. Don't touch the brake surface. Just use your finger. Do the same thing on the other side with the pad. So get it looking like this. Just on the sides. Same thing. Don't touch the surface. These have a little notch for the little spring. Goes in behind the spring. You just push that thing on. Should stay there. It just pops off a little bit from that spring. You want that movement. Splice Ninja. Same thing. Make sure this is the back one. It's got the screamer. Put it on the inside. Pop that bottom one in. And find that top spot. Yep, nice and loose. Check these again to make sure everything's cool. You gotta collapse your caliper. Get your caliper. Make sure the hose isn't binding or turned over. I got a special tool because I do this for a living, but you can use channel locks, C-clamp. You can put the old brake pad in there. Use a channel lock across there. Don't damage that banjo bolt. Squeeze it, push that in, make sure the boot doesn't have air behind it. Get that thing flush. Just squeezing. I'll link this tool. It's pretty nice. It's kind of cheap. Don't buy it off the Snap-on truck. Buy it from Amazon. It's the same thing. I think Lyle makes this. Just pop this thing right here to loosen it. This is how it works. You just go, get that in there and it goes back out. So that's good. Make sure this isn't flipping over. Push that brake pad in. Get that on there. Push the pin in. Push that other pin in. Nice and loose. Your caliper nut or bolt for the bracket. Get it lined up. Start it by hand. Your other one, start it by hand. Don't breathe that in. There you go. Do the other side. Do the same thing. When you're done, you get that brake clean. Spray the face. These are coated, so it just needs a quick spray from me touching it. This paint will wear off. You're supposed to wear it off with the brake pads. Don't use a whiz wheel on any of this stuff. You want a nice clean thing. Don't really touch the inside of the rotor, but you just hit it like that and spin it. I'm gonna do that off camera here. Get your wheels back on, lug nuts torqued to spec, set it down, pump your brakes 3 or 4 times, and then just make sure it stops before you go drive it. And then do your brake burnishing. If you don't know what that is, you can YouTube a video for that, but basically you'd want to do, like, in a safe area, 35-mile-an-hour stops to like 5, gently a few times, and then do it hard a few times, and then drive it normal for a while to cool them back off. It's called brake burnishing. And yeah, this guy really needed brakes. He was close to grinding. This one too, really thin. A couple tips. Put the box underneath where you're working. All your dust will fall into there, less cleanup. Get brake clean and anti-seize and a wire brush if you need it. Get impacts if you can afford it. These are a really good deal at Home Depot right now because they're coming out with their new stuff. You may need pry bars, screwdrivers, brake caliper, retraction tool, or push-in tool. Again, like I said earlier, you can use a C-clamp with the brake pad or a big set of channel locks. Yeah, like caught up on that Pittsburgh stuff because who knows what kind of lawsuits they're gonna have. Make sure your slides always move so you don't have to do a repeat brake job. Pay attention to which one's on the inside and the outside. Get those clips seated. Don't let this stuff get on the rotors. Make sure there's no air in that boot, like I was saying earlier. Don't take that to town. Just nice, easy hold on. That's all that's for, is to hold that on during production when they put these brake pads back together. You should torque to spec. I know my drill's pretty good. I got a fully charged battery. It's watch wobble sockets when you use extension wobble sockets so these things don't fly off. I got a nice strong one on there from Pittsburgh. All my good stuff's at work. Yeah, there we go. Short, one-handed brake job video.